So beautiful, good afternoon. The Children Nations Cup, we had already the results with the Belgium victory. And we are settled with the next second Nations Cup of the day. The Nations Cup for young riders will be the Bronze Philipparts with the horses. And we will have in total 6 teams. 6 teams into the young riders class, 24 riders in total. And also in this competition it will be a 2 rounds class, the Nations Cup for young riders. The Bronze Philipparts will have horses. 12 fences, 15 efforts. And more information about the initial round, first round, we will have it in a couple of minutes. 24 riders, 6 teams. We will have Poland, we will have Belgium, we will have Germany, Sweden, the Netherlands and Switzerland. 6 nations in the Nations Cup for young riders, powered by Philipparts Wheel of Horses. ...2023, vorig jaar hadden we de Belgische winst. En daar hadden we toen ook België op 1 met Alexander Hoesen, Jules van Hooydonk, Mathieu Bordeaux, Tristan Guizot. Frankrijk tweede, Zwitserland derde. L'année passée, troisième la Suisse, dans la Coupe des Nations. Derde plaats voor Zwitserland ging vorig jaar in 2023. Wel, we hebben 6 teams, 6 landen die de Young Riders rubriek aannemen hier op Centaur Park. Het 5-daagse jeugdconcours, already 5 days youth competition. And our next Nations Cup will be the Nations Cup for young riders. And first we will have the first round of the Nations Cup Young Riders, and pay attention for the riders for the in-between class. After the last rider in the first round, we are go directly to the first rider of the in-between class. No break, no tractor, only go on with the in-between class where we have 15 riders for. And it will be the same competition, the same course, already 12 fences and 15 efforts. The time allowed, we will have it in a couple of seconds, minutes. And here we are ready in 5 minutes before the start of the first round. Nations Cup Young Riders, Philipparts Wheel of Horses. Nations Cup Young Riders 2024, Belgium, Centaur Park, the Bronze Philipparts Wheel of Horses. Twelve fences, 15 efforts, 1 triple combination on fence 4, 1 double on fence 9, 15 fences in the first round. Nations Cup Young Riders, powered by Philipparts Wheel of Horses. 12 hindernissen, 15 sprongen. 3 sprong bij hindernis 4, dubbel bij hindernis 9. Zo dadelijk krijgen we de lengte. De snelheid die brengen we wel iets naar omhoog. Dat gaat naar 3,75 meter per minuut. De speed per minute in the Nations Cup for Young Riders is going not to 350 but to 375. And in a couple of seconds, minutes, we will have the technical information about the distance and the time allowed in the first round of the Nations Cup Young Riders. The arena is closed. La piste fermée. Einde van de parcoursverkenning. Eerste ronde van de Nations Cup voor de Young Riders. First round of the Nations Cup Young Riders. The arena, the Ashford Arena of St. Albert, is closed to walk for inspection. ...475 meters. That will be the distance in the first round of the Nations Cup. And that means a time allowed to 76 seconds. Quatre cent 75 mètres, ton accordé 76. 76 seconden, ton accordé, première manche, Coupe de Nations, Nations Cup. Toegestelde tijd op 76 seconden. Een parcourslengte van 475 meter. En dan gaat ook de snelheid bij de Young Riders iets naar omhoog naar 375 meter per minuut. Eerste ronde, 6 teams. In total we have 6 teams, 6 nations. Starting with Poland. Following with Belgium, Germany, Sweden, the Netherlands and Switzerland. ...475 meter lengte, toegestelde tijd op 76 seconden. Eerste ronde komt eraan voor de Nations Cup Young Riders. Coaches ready, riders are ready, judges are ready. First round, Nations Cup, Young Riders. ...24 riders, 6 teams in total. The first round of the Nations Cup for Young Riders, powered by Philippart's Wheelie Forces.
Good afternoon and welcome back to this FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Series. We're at the first leg here in Centaur Park in Belgium. Fantastic venue with a really strong lineup of competitions now in the calendar. Plenty of weeks of top-level competition has been taking place here already this year. And it's the host for the extremely prestigious first leg of the Nations Cup series. Next up this afternoon, we're bringing you the pre-Philipparts. This is the Young Rider Nations Cup, and we have 6 teams coming forward here. Six teams who will be tackling a course set once again by a design team led by Great Britain's Rafael Suarez, alongside Colin Quinn, Robert Hegedus, Miguel Parayon and Bart Hendricks. 6 teams, which represent the following nations: Poland, Belgium, Germany, Sweden, the Netherlands and Switzerland. These fencers are 1.45 meters in height, and it's the young rider category that we bring you this afternoon. As ever, we bring you the first riders from each of the teams, followed by the second riders, and so on, as we get through 4 riders per team with 1 dropped score. First in for Poland is Lena Maruzak with Getulon van der Ritven. Polish team is led by Gregor Kubiak. Poland placed second in the Challenge Cup at the final last year. We're also a little way down the season standings. The time allowed to bear in mind in this afternoon's competition is 76 seconds. It's looking a little tight for Lena Maruzak. He's not quite going to get home inside that time allowed. So with 8 for jumping and 4 for time, she'll come home with a score of 12 to kick things off for the Polish team.
79 seconds, 69 team Poland with Getulon van der Ritven met Lena Maruzak. We gaan naar team België als tweede, as we follow with the second one in the first round.
We go on then to team Belgium. They were the winners of the children's competition that we had just a few short minutes ago. But can they make it 2 wins in the day? That would be quite the achievement. Their first rider in this team, led by, once again, Philippe Lacus, is Mathieu Bordeaux-Huy. Mathieu sits at number 142 in the FEI jumping under 25 rankings. Competed in the Young Rider Europeans last year to clinch Team Silver for Belgium. That was with the horse Oscar the Hommage. This ride that he has here today. So European silver medalist ride in action here. With quite a long-term partner for Mathieu, and he's made many Nations Cup appearances with this horse, including at this very leg last year. Just 1 pole over the 2 rounds last year. Also competed at the final in 2022. Oh, what a shame. I was just about to say such an experienced competitor gets such a great round, but it's just 1 pole. The final fence falls for Mathieu Bordeaux-Huy, so it will be 4 for Belgium. We're still looking for our first clear.
And we are following with Team Germany, third rider, Team Germany, and Tore Stieper, Deutschland.
On then to Germany. Not quite their day in the children's competition earlier on, but they've got a really great lineup in this young rider category this afternoon. Their first rider is Tore Stieper. This is just outside the top 250 in the FEI jumping under 25 rankings. And he rides Catwalk 30. This combination have been jumping up to the 3-star competitions. He also competed this horse in the junior categories in 2022 and 2023. Now steps up though to the young rider category. Plenty of scope coming into the triple combination. Also jumped this horse at the Lanaken Young Horse Championships. She's an 8-year-old mare with so much talent. Nicely managed down that 6 strides to the double at fence 9.
.7682 seconds. And
just a fraction over the time allowed then for Torres Steeper. Clear for jumping, but 1 time penalty is going to be the score for our German rider.
As we're following with the next rider, the 4th rider. And the first round with Team Sweden. The gelding of Urano de Cartigny with Erano de la Butte for Team Sweden. Nova Jakobsson.
Nova Jakobsson is up next for Sweden. Team led by Henrik Lana, and Nova rides the horse Erano de la Butte. Nova Jakobsson now works on the 4. 6 strides. Ooh, down to the double. Gets there a little bit close.
.16 in total, Tom in 71.
Unfortunately, a total score then for Sweden's Nova Jakobsson of 16 there.
As we following to the team of the Netherlands, last year in Italy and during the European Championships for young riders. En vorig jaar nog tijdens het EK in Italië aan het werk gezien met deze Katak du Haut-Brey van Konrad uit Indoctro voor Team Nederland. 5e combinatie, Fleur Holleman.
First rider in for the Netherlands then is Fleur Holleman with Katak du Haut-Brey. Dutch team is led by Vincent Vorm. And remember, we have 6 teams coming forward. Again, Fleur is in the top 200 in that under-25 ranking. Competed at the Europeans last year on the 6th place team with this horse. One that she's been riding for some time. And in plenty of Nations Cup competitions as well. She dropped 1 pole in each round here last year. We just have this 1 fence left to go and they're looking pretty good so far. Gets the clear. Lovely to see the improvement from 1 year to the next. For the Netherlands then, Fleur Holleman comes home with the clear.
From the Team Netherlands are we following to Team Poland, 2nd rider, Team Poland with the 10-year-old Innocent van Hulgenrode.
Well, Switzerland only have 3 riders in their team, and as such we will come to them with our next riders. We go straight back to Poland now to Maria Branka Boya with Innocent van het Hulgenrode Z. Just a bit quick down to fence 3. Down comes the top rail. I'm sure this horse will be keenly watched. This is the pre-Phillip Hart's competition, and this horse is a former ride of Olivia Thibault and Anthony Phillip Hart's. Unfortunately, Maria's just getting underneath these fences a little bit. And Innocent Van Het Hulgen Road is just getting a little unsettled as we come to the triple bar at 8. Going to be quite costly for time, unfortunately, here. And with her teammate already picking up 12 penalties, it's not quite looking like the day for Team Poland. Sadly, down comes another pole. It's unfortunate.
Poland en Maria Branca Borga en Innocent van Hulgen Rode 1:02.73 total time. We komen terug in Team België.
Well, it's going to be 47 for Maria Branca Borja.
2 EK's al op het palmares van
We would have wanted for her.
Laatst nog in
That's
Mechelen
a
op de
pity.
Grand Prix voor junioren Young Wales top 3, derde plaats geëindigd. Het is Team België met Aurelia Kiezel.
For Belgium then, we go on to Aurelia Guisson with No Limit, Van Het Legieterhof Z. Another former European Championship rider, 3-time European Championship rider in fact. Made 1 appearance in the children's category and 2 as a junior with this horse. Most recently in 2022 where she clinched team gold and individual silver, and in 2021 team gold and individual bronze. Oh, what a shame! Foot in the water. Very much in the water. And that's had a knock-on effect to the upright coming away from the water jump. So now we're on the 8 for Aurelia. Eight it is for Aurelia Guisson and Low Limit Van Het Legieterhof Z. Means that Belgium will have a minimum score of 4, even if we can drop the score of Aurelia and have 2 more clears, we'll have a score of 4.
10 years old Shalina, mare of Kader by Corlet.
Back to Germany then, to Eske Scheierhold with Chalina. Eske's been jumping this horse in Riesenbeck, excuse me, last month to some good results. 3 clear rounds there. Jolina is a 10-year-old mare. Just getting a bit unsettled around the turn there. She did very well to pull that back together. Unfortunately not liking the look of the water jump. So for Eske Scheierhold and Shalina, it's all over for round 1, sadly. Going to be elimination. taking the time to let Jalina have a good look at that. It's, she's a 10-year-old mare and perhaps hasn't seen too many water jumps in her career thus far. As we go on now to Sweden, to Isabel Stolt. Isabel rides Hero. Familiar face in the Nations Cup series. Jumped in the Challenge Cup in 2022. Had a bit of a break from the series in 2023. But back now with this horse Hero once again. Just comes a little close at the B element, perhaps finds that double a little short.
Sweden, Isabel Stolt and
12 will be this total then for Isabel Slot of Sweden, and means that that's the minimum score that Sweden can come home with from round one. We're looking to drop the score of 16, but that is by no means decided.
Van Darko uit voor Pleasure met nummer 11 voor Nederland. Team the Netherlands, Approved Stallion, Twister de la Pomme, Meike Zwartjens.
Next up we turn to the Netherlands once again, to Meike Zwartjens this time. Meike, really familiar face on this series with Twister de la Pomme. Meike's just outside the top 250 in the under-25 world rankings, but certainly an experienced combination. Jumped in the Junior Europeans in 2021. And Meike competes up to the 4-star level very successfully. Twister de la Pomme is a 17-year-old stallion. One that Meike has been competing since 2019. Going to be 8 for Meike Zwartjens in total for the Netherlands. So we have one clear. We have a score of 8 for the Netherlands so far. And we will look to find out.
Die spaart next to game number 12, Nikos de Lobrie, Belgium Wamblad, gelding of Kastudine van der Helle. And as we're following
plays out
12 in the first round for Team Switzerland. And
in terms of their potential drop scores. Well, now we turn on to Switzerland. Switzerland are the team with only 3 riders. They've been in this position before and it hasn't caused them too many problems, however. And this rider, this young man, Gaetan Joliat, has been in this position many, many times. A familiar face in the Nations Cup competitions. This afternoon rides Nikos de Lobrie, 174 in the under-25 world rankings. Nikos Delobri, former rider of Ken Balsinger. This pair come here fresh from a 7th place double clear in a 3-star 140 competition over in Italy. We are working on the 4 for now, and remember, every score counts for Switzerland. No drop score for them with only 3 riders.
4 on the penalty. Switzerland lose second set totally on 4. And the time 72-57 for Team Switzerland. Third rider, Team Poland. Next to go, number 13 on the starting list with the Dutch wobbler, gelding of Gaillard de la Pomme. As we're following Team Poland, Natalia Sidov.
Final score then for Gaetan Juliet of 4. Let's go to Poland then again, to their third rider, Natalia Sidał, with first 1. Very swiftly we're working on the 8 here. Poland having a bit of a tricky time in this young rider competition, this pre-Philipp Arts. Now we have a score of 8 for Natalia Sidał. That's their best score so far as a team. Brings them up to a score of 20 into, oh, excuse me, no, we have 12 for Natalia. Gives them a total score of 24 for now. That is their minimum score.
Is de ronde voor de Young Riders. Laatste die nog een goede doen tijdens een launching ranking, toen in de top 3 geëindigd. Deze Nabo van het microveld van Nabab te rijven uit Taran de la Pomme. Team Belgium, Evelien Putters.
Evelien Putters for Belgium is another rider who is well versed in this Nations Cup series. She's appeared on the Belgian team many times. This afternoon rides Nabo van het Migroveld Z. Evelien is ranked 59th in the under-25 rankings. Really highly ranked rider. She competed at the Junior Europeans in 2022 with this horse for team gold and individual bronze. Nabo van het Migroveld is a 13-year-old gelding and has been a long-term partner for Evelien. Two down for Evelien Putters. Shows you how difficult this course is. We've had quite a few uncharacteristic rounds for our competitors.
As following, back to Team Germany with number 15 with Petit Prince HD, a stallion of Katoki. Deutschland, Felicitas Judith.
So for Germany now, it's the turn of Felicitas Judith, or Judith. With Petit Prince HD, 2 down now. With that tricky upright in the middle of the arena, it has caused plenty of problems. Triple bar here has been jumping quite well. Sadly, the double comes down as well for Felicitas Judith with this 13-year-old stallion. Former David Will ride. This combination have won a 1m45 Grand Prix here in November last year. 16 will be their score here today. Puts Germany onto a total of 17. As we have to discount the elimination of Eske Skierhold.
After
That's
Germany,
an
we are following
unfortunate
with the next
results
rider.
there.
Third rider, Team Sweden. Are we following with
Back
Java?
to Sweden then now, to Tilda Sandstedt.
Tilda Sandstedt.
Tilda riding for Henrik Lanner's Swedish team here. And again, bit of a mountain to climb. We've got a score of 16, a score of 12 for the Swedish team already. Tilda could do with as low as possible. We'd love to drop that score of 16, of course. Tilda rides Java. Is a 10-year-old Dutch-bred mare. They finished 7th in the 140 Grand Prix here last week. Once again, that airy pale blue fence comes down at fence 7. And it's again looking tricky for Sweden. This gives them a minimum score of 24, even if their final rider can jump clear. But so far in this competition, we've had only one clear round. That was for the Netherlands. It was Fleur Holleman. No other clears. Big shot to the last. Stretches over that Oxer, doesn't get there at the back rail, and therefore it's 16 for Tilda Sandstedt, and that puts Sweden onto a total score of 28.
Dan komen we bij nummer 17 op de startlijst. Bij de eerste omloop van Luc Cagnac de Popri. Belgisch warmbloed, ruim van Atlantic uit Krabouwzet. For Team the Netherlands, third rider of the Team Netherlands, number 17. 17, Jannik Jansen van Grunsven.
Netherlands is the next team to field their third rider. This is Jannik Jansen van Grunsven. Now Jannik is giving quite the challenge with the names here. The horse that he's riding is Luguinac de Puplis. I do hope I've got that right, Jannik. This is a 13-year-old Dutch-bred gelding. Couple down so far for Jannik. And sadly, that's going to be elimination. Another horse taking a bit of a dislike to the water jump.
Jannik Jansen van Grunsven. Second refusal on the water fence in the first round of the Team the Netherlands. 18 la Suisse après. Deuxième cavalier de l'équipe de la Suisse. voor Zwitserland met Boscality van Boscality. Dat is bij nummer 18 as we following with number 18. Second rider of Team Switzerland. En Celestina Riener.
Second rider then for Switzerland will be Celestina Riener. Only 3 riders on this Swiss team. Celestina rides her top horse Boss Quality. They competed in the under-25 classes at Basel in January with a couple of top 10 finishers. She also was part of the Nations Cup teams here last year, as well as in Lamprechtshausen in May last year. One fence left then for Celestina Riener. It's going to be 12 for the Swiss rider. And to add to the score of 4, that gives them a score of 16 for round 1.
Last rider of Team Poland, our 4th rider for Team Poland, number 19 on the starting list. We have the gelding Ironman, Dutch Wobblet of Boobaloo VDL. And number 19 with Alexandra Kirsnovska. Last rider, laatste combinatie voor Team Poland.
So we come now to the final riders for each of our teams. For Poland, this is Alexandra Kirsnowska. Alexandra rides Ironman. Again, she's inside that top 200 in the world in the under-25 rankings. She's a 5-time European Championship rider across the children and junior categories, as well as 1 young rider appearance back in 2022. Ironman, the ride, this 11-year-old gelding. Does well there to get that impulsion back off the turn. And that's a really nice round. One of the best we've seen. It's a score of 5 for Poland's Alexandra Kirsnowska. Just 1 time penalty to be picked up. Just a fraction over that 76 seconds as well. So they'll drop the score of 47, and that gives them a total of 29 in round 1. Perhaps not quite what they had hoped for, but great round from their final rider. On to Belgium then, to Leon Brutzaert. Leon rides Corion Tour Vidal, 90th in the under-25 rankings. One of those top 200 top 100 young riders. Very prestigious list, and certainly not an easy thing to get onto, let alone be listed pretty highly. They clinched Team Silver at the Europeans last year and Team Gold in 2022 with this 12-year-old stallion. He's also jumped some great rounds in the Nations Cup legs last year, the likes of Hagen at Gorla Minore. Really key rider for the Belgian team. Well, huge jump at the last and a big race to the finish line. Leon Britzer knew that he wasn't very far away from the time, 75.06, but it's clear. Only the second clear of this competition, quite incredibly. So we drop one of the scores of 8 for Belgium. Team total for round one, is 12. For Germany then, their final rider is Magnus Schmidt. Magnus's team sit on a score of 17, as we have to take into account the earlier elimination. Magnus not far away from our previous rider in those world rankings. He's 95th on the under 25s. And Miss Baloo has been quite a long-term partner. Again, multiple former Nations Cup rider with this horse. It's a little bit stuck over that fence, but he gets the pace back up well. 76 seconds is the time needed to get home. And again, has a good look at the final fence, but crucially leaves all of the fences up. That's exactly what the German team needed. And we hope that can see them climb up the standings a little bit. It's tricky for them in the Children's Nations Cup earlier as well. They slot into second place out of the completed teams from round one. Of course, they drop the elimination and they count the 1, the 16, and now the clear to get 17. Well, just 3 riders remain in round one. Next will be for Sweden. It's the turn of Robin Carey, excuse me. Robin rides Éloge de la Tour. Been developing quite a lot of young horses, 6- and 7-year-olds, over the last few months. And Éloge de la Tour is a 10-year-old mare who's a Celle Francais. New ride for Robin. Previous ride of João Victor Castro of Brazil. And France's Francois Xavier Boudon as well, who competed this horse up to the 5-star level. This horse competed at the Soames show with Francois just last year. Couple down though for Robin Carey with this experienced horse Éloge de la Tour. The total will be 12 for Sweden. So they have 2 16 vaulters and 2 12 vaulters. We'll drop one of the 16s, and that gives us a total score of 40 for round one. That is going to be quite a mountain to climb for them to get on the podium. They go into 4th place for now, with 2 teams still to complete.
En we krijgen daar Nederland dan. We gaan naar de volgende combinatie. 4e ruiter voor team Nederland.
Back to the Netherlands then. Their final rider
nummer 23. Team
is Nikita Chung.
Team the Netherlands. Number 23, Nikita Chung.
Nikita rides Nobelina van der Lazarheide Z. Nikita has actually competed in dressage in the past, some years ago. Back in 2017. Again, a young rider who's spent some time developing some young horses. Does very well through the triple combination because Nobelina was getting really pretty speedy through there. But Nations Cup final team in 2022. But has most recently been doing the two-star competitions up to this height of fences, these being 1.45 meters. This has to be a counting score with the unfortunate elimination of her teammate Jannik Jansen van Grunsven. But she's really doing what is needed and gives us only the 4th clear of the competition. Fantastically done. That really puts the Netherlands in a strong position. They are out in front now. And they will go through to round 2 in the leading position. 8 is their score. Well, just one rider remains in round 1 and one rider for Switzerland. Geraldine Straumann is next up. She's ranked 169th in the FEI jumping under 25 rankings. Geraldine rides the 12-year-old Long John Silver. This is an exciting horse to watch in action, and what an amazing ride for Geraldine as well. This is the former 5-star ride of Jur Vrieling. Jur competed this horse in the 5-star World Cup competitions, World Cup finals, in Nations Cups, in Rolex Grand Prix. This is an extremely impressive horse. So of course Jur's horse for the European Championships as well last year. And the World Championships in 2022 for Team Silver. So what a fantastic opportunity for Geraldine to ride such an experienced and talented horse. Just the one pole dropped for her. Brilliant to see that pair in action. And she just drops the one pole. She scored 4 for herself, and it's 20 for the Swiss team. Only 3 riders, no drop score, so it's 20. That means then that leading the way, going into round 2, we have the Netherlands on a score of 8. Second will be Belgium on that score of 12. Third place from round 1 goes to Germany with a score of 17. In fourth we have Switzerland. In fifth we have Poland, and Sweden will round out our 6 in this competition so far. Of course, though, these Nations Cup competitions are run over 2 full rounds. That's the format for this Prix-Philippaerts We Love Horses. We do have some individual competitors who will be doing this very same course as a separate class. 15 of those will be coming forward in just a moment's time. In fact, I think our first individual is in the ring now. We'll be back, though, to bring you the second round of this Prix-Philippaerts Young Rider Nations Cup at 6:25 local time. That's the estimated start time. So do stay with us. We'll bring you the second round of the Young Riders, all live on FEI TV.
As we come following with the in-between class, we are ready to go with 40 riders, and the first in the in-between class with Denmark Ambition Gold of Arpeggio by Kerry Gold. First to go of Rosemary Herring. Rosemary Hearing. Totally on 12. En de time 74.91 seconds. 12 punten in 74.91 bij Denemarken. Tweede combinatie in de in-between naar Ellipso. De KWPN Hengst van Sirocco Blu uit Ecolando voor Wiek de Plekker. Foutloos netjes gereden. En binnen de tijd zitten we op 74.06. Goed zo van Vic de Plekker met Edipso. Edipso de Hengst van Sirocco Blu. Nirvana de la Pompe pour la Belgique. Troisième naar Elisa Pieter. Seize points en total, espace 15-26 seconden pour la Belgique. Nirvana de la Pompe et Elisa Pieter op 16 en 75-6 tweede chronotijd voor België. Naar Kroatië dan in de in-between. Naar Ticolina, dat is de merrie van Kanstako uit Chasseur. As we following with number 4 with Kim Vucadin. Totally on 8, week 1 de penalty 71-51, 71-51. Total time, Kroatië, Kim Vukadin met Chicolina. Podium AP-zetters van Bentley en Toulon. 6e combinatie dan in de basisomloop voor de in-between klas Lara Eggermond. Lara Eggermond die eindigt op 12 punten met binnen de tijd op 71-87 12 points de pénalité pour la Belgique 71-87. Nog 9 hebben we al die 9 riders still to go in de Nations Cup Young Riders, de in-between klas met Ukraine naar Oekraïne met Nastolina van de Witte-Driesendijk. Dat is van Castellino van de Helle uit Quickfire van Koekshof. Number 7 Anastasia Bondarieva. Anastasia Bondarieva, she decided to retard in de in-between klas met Nastolina van de Witte-Driesendijk. Afschieters van Oekraïne in deze in-between Big Tour Young Riders Nations Cup. We krijgen Polen aan de beurt. Naar nummer 8, Nelke. Nelke van Zonnehof. As we following with our number 8 in de in-between klas. Nelke of Kayana van de Heffing bij Orlando met Oliver Boele. 3 fences down, 12 jumping, 3 tumbles, 15 total en 78-20. Oliver Boele en Nelke van het Zonnehof. Vervolgens dat doen we met België dan combinatie nummer 9 met 9-jarige Billy Edna, die laatst in Lier nog een goede doen was in de Grand Prix, grote prijs. Top 8 geëindigd. Deze Billy Edna voor België naar Sarah Verlinde. Zonder van de 2 foutjes onderweg, 8 punten in de omloop. Daar doen we er 2 bovenop voor tijdsoverzetting. 77-90. 8 we have 2 additional tumbles included. The result on 10. Voor Belgium, België, Sarah Verlinde met Billy Edna. En 77-90. Eentje foutloos, Victor Plekker, only one clear. And the leading time of Belgium in 74.06 seconds. Now Germany, Deutschland. On Smoking Dew, Julius Blazer. Schade, Deutschland 4, 75-89, Julius Blazer en Smoking Chew. 1 fence down for jumping, fence 11, and inside the tumble out of 75-8-9. The in-between class, only 5 riders to go with Las Vegas of Larenko by Lauriston, number 11, with Maggie Keyring. 4 and 2 additional top faults. We have 6 in total for USA, Maggie Kiebring, and 77.92 seconds. Only 4 to go. We have 2 time Sweden, 1 time Germany, 1 time Belgium still to go. To Sweden with Elios and Ebba Kiwenter voor Zweden. Yes, we have a clear round. Ebba Kiebenter and the leading time of Ebba in 71.34 seconds. We have 2 rounders clear, included Sweden and Belgium. 2 vaatels en we hebben Zweden aan de leiding. 71.34, 71.34 seconds, the leading time. And as we staying in Sweden with the next number 13, Easy Molga Day of Denzel van Mullenhof by Lucky Boy, Anna Hestpeka. Top faults included 11 in total of Sweden, 82.90. En we saw Sweden, Anna Hestpeka, Easy Molga D. We hebben nog 2 combinaties in de in-between klas. Dan gaan we naar België. Ze wonnen gisteren al zo'n Big Tour 1.45 Young Riders. Met deze Orlando van de afspanning. Van Cartujo van Kathoff en Flamenco de Simmeilly. Last 2 Riders, nou voor Belgium. Voor België, Jana Janssegers. En ook Jana Janssegers, die zit weer al keurig vatloos goed zo. En ze neemt automatisch de leiding in de in-between class. Jana Janssegers en Orlando van de afspanning coming clear. En de new leading time of Belgium. En 68.46 seconds. Last rider to go, the in-between class, Young Riders Nations Cup for Germany, Deutschland, Contino en Leonard Röder. Two downvolts, Leonard Röder 77.46 seconds. Duitsland 2. 77.46 voor Duitsland. Zo, dan zitten we aan het einde van de in-between class. De Nations Cup, prijs Philip Paards, Philip Fonses. Dan gaan we er heel even tussenuit. De piste die gaat heel even voorbereid worden voor de tweede ronde. In a couple of seconds, minutes, we are back with the second round of our International Nations Cup Young Riders. Powered by Philip Paards, Philip Fonses. Second round, we have 6 teams, 6 nations, 24 rounders in total in the second round. Poland on 29, Belgium on 12, Germany on 17, Sweden on 36 and Switzerland on 20. De prijs Philip Paards komt er zo dadelijk aan met de tweede ronde, tweede manche van de Nations Cup voor Young Riders. Second round, Nations Cup Young Runners, Philipparts, we live horses. Second round, 12 fences, 15 efforts. ...475 meters, time allowed on 76 seconds. Lengte van de omloop, zowel tweede manche, tweede omloop 475 meter en een toegestelde tijd van 76 seconden. 475 mètres, la distance dans cette deuxième manche Coupe des Nations. Et le temps compté 76. Deuxième manche, second round, Nations Cup Young Runners, de prijs Philipparts, we live horses. Zo, dan zijn we klaar voor de tweede ronde. De second round of the Nations Cup for young riders.
Well, good afternoon once again, everybody, and welcome back to this pre-filler parts, the Young Rider Nations Cup competition. Bringing you the second round now of this very competitive running of the first leg of the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Series, held, of course, at Centaur Park in Belgium. A little bit of a cloudy day. We've, of course, brought you the children's competition earlier on in the afternoon today. We have concluded round one of the young rider classes, and now we are on to round two, the final round, the deciding round for the young riders. These teams are coming back in reverse order of placing from round one. Only 6 teams coming forward here to round two once again. Unfortunately, not quite going the way that our first rider would like. It's Nova Jakobsen with Erano della Butte. Sweden come forward first as the 6th placed team from round one. They come forward with 40 as their total score. Nova Jakobsen picks up the 4 for the refusal. Sadly, a second refusal is going to incur elimination, so that's really unfortunate for the first rider in. For the Swedish team, the first rider in for round two tells you just how difficult this course is. Even fence 2 could see you out of the competition. That is really unfortunate. You do feel for our first rider there, for Nova Jakobsen. We'll move swiftly on though to Poland. Poland come forward with 29 points from round one. Their first rider in is Lena Maruzak with Jet Dulon van der Riepen. Lena picked up 12 in round one. Hers was a counting score to contribute to the 29. Remember, we have 1 drop score per team. That's the only team that doesn't apply for is Switzerland, as they only have 3 riders. They must have 3 counting scores. So Lena Maruzak looking now to try to add as little as possible to her tally. You can see the 12 in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. That 12 represents the points she picked up in round one. We saw a good few people having issues with the water jump, a couple of refusals at that, and of course the classic question of the water jump, which requires a lengthened stride. Then they have to collect up for the that airy upright at fence 7. That's been pretty problematic as well. Not an issue though for Lena Maruzak and Jet Dulon. She's just picked up the 1. Just 1 pole then for Lena Maruzak. First rider out for Poland. Picks up the 4.
Only on fence 6, the bottom fence we have 4 Team Poland. As we're following with the 3rd team with Switzerland, the 3rd rider, and the 2nd round with Nikos de Lobry and Gaëtan Jolia. As for sure, we are following in Germany. First we have Germany, we have the 3rd rider, and we are following with Germany, Kat Balk, Holstein, Mer, and Tore Stieper, Deutschland. First we have Germany.
Germany then are the team that we bring forward as our 4th place team from round 1. Germany come here with 17 from round 1. Sadly had 1 elimination, and therefore that was the drop score. Their first rider is Tore Stieper. He rides catwalk 30. Tore jumped clear in round 1, but just picked up 1 time penalty. But in fact, the course was so difficult We only had 4 clears in round 1. We may see more than that in round 2, as of course they've already had chance to take a look around this course. Course that's been set by Rafael Suarez and his team. Clear this time for Mathieu, Bordeaux and Oscar the Homage. Nothing to add at all for Team Belgium to that score of 12.
75.06 seconds. Clear in the second round. Team Belgium, Mathieu.
One rider still to come in this round of things, and then we'll add the 6th in when we come to include Switzerland. Fleur Holleman is your next rider up for the Netherlands with Katak du Hout Braille. Now Fleur clinched one of the only 4 clears in round 1. In fact, 2 of those clear rounds came for the Netherlands, and that has been a serious factor in putting the Netherlands at the top of the tree coming out of round 1. 2 clears and 8. Sadly 1 elimination, but 2 clears put them in a really... Gets a really deep shot to the upright. Sadly, we are working on the 4 though now.
Foutje onderweg helaas op het water. De sloot 4 punten.
One down for Fleur Helleman of the Netherlands and Katak du Hurt Braille. So it's 4
tweede
to add.
op 4 punten. Pay attention for the chef d'equipe of Team Sweden. The chef d'equipe of Team Sweden is asked on the show office. The chef d'equipe of Team Sweden. Thank you. En dan krijgen we terug Zweden aan de beurt. Dan gaan we naar het tweede teamlid van Team Zweden, naar Hero. En komen we bij nummer 6 as we following with the second rider of Team Sweden. We had 12 in the first round. Hero en Isabel Stoltz.
So let's go back to Sweden then. This must be a counting score. It's Isabel Stolt with Hero. She picked up 12 in round 1. We've got 4 here already in round 2. But with that unfortunate early elimination for her teammate, this needs to be a counting score.
$75-20 and fault on
just the one down then for Isabel Stolt.
Jumping. And the second round, 75-20 Sweden.
Puts a total score then for Sweden of 44 at the moment.
And as we following with Maria Branca Borra.
For Poland then, it's Maria Branka-Borja with Innocent van het Hurgenrode Z. Unfortunately, he's just had the first rail down, and that 51 in the corner includes her 47 from round 1. Not quite her day today, unfortunately.
Maria Branca Borja and Innocent van Hulgen.
Well, it's going to be 22 for round 2 for Maria Branka-Borja
7 seconds, tampons included, 2 tampons included
of Poland.
Team Poland, Maria Branca Borja.
That may well be the drop score.
Switzerland, last week is Nikos de Lobrie. 1 fence down only in the first round.
We will see how the competition plays out. Gives a score of 33 for Poland in total. Now we go to Switzerland, this team with only 3 riders, and the first of those in is Gaëtan Joliat, this extremely experienced competitor who's ridden on many European Championships and Nations Cup teams with the horse Nikos de Lobrie. Gaëtan just had 1 fence down in round 1. We have 1 down in round 2 now. very close to the edge of the water, but I think they're safe. Does well to steady things for that tricky upright. Nice measured 6 strides down to our double. Safely over the final fence then, and Nikos Delobry looks very pleased with that. Just that one pole down once again for Gaetan Juliet of Switzerland. Pole down in round 1 and in round 2. Gives a total of 24 now for the Swiss team.
The second round with Chalina, gathered by Kodlansky. Number 9, Eske Schierelt.
Back to Germany then, to Eske Schierelt with Chalina. This combination were unfortunately eliminated in round 1. Germany sit on 17. But Eske is a consistent rider, and that was a really out of character performance. Oh, this is such a shame. Chalina is really taking a strong dislike to the water jump. Once again, I think they may be going home to have a good go at some water jumps. That's such a pity. Oh, that's a real shame. Unfortunately, it will be elimination again for Eske Schierelt. And Chalina really not happy with the water jump.
On the fence in the second round of the Nations Cup Young Rounders, Team Switzerland. Team Germany, Eske Schierelt. Duitsland zagen we aan het werk.
For Belgium then, our next rider is going to be Aurelia Guisson with No Limit van het Legietenhof Z.
Met No Limit van het Legietenhof. Gefocust op België voor Aurelia Guisson.
Aurelia dropped 2 poles in round 1 with this horse. This 11-year-old mare. Oh, what a shame. Just a little bit stuck at the end of the triple combination there, and unfortunately couldn't quite get the back legs up and over the 1.45 meter height. Big shot over the water. Now really needs to get the control back. This is a lovely adaptable little horse. Gets a good tight roll back and now pushes on really strongly to the penultimate fence. 1 left for Aurelia Guisson, but it will be another 2 poles down. It's 16 for her over the 2 rounds, but crucially 8 for Team Belgium in round 2. We'll be hoping that we get some lower scores for their 3rd and 4th riders, as we're adding that, of course, to the score of 12 from round 1. For the Netherlands then, this is Maaike Zwartjens with Twister de la Pomme. Twister Galopom is a 17-year-old stallion. On the ride of Wesley Mulder of the Netherlands, Sean Cassidy earlier on. But has been with Micah since 2019. Good at the water. Oof. Just really lost the balance a bit there and almost a little stumble going into fence 7. Micah Svartian's looking a bit close to the time allowed, so it will be 1 time penalty to add over that 60 seconds, just a fraction to give 9 for round 2 for Micah Svartians of the Netherlands.
We gaan verder. We gaan terug naar Team Sweden. As we following Team Sweden, third rider of Team Sweden with number 12, Java, Dutch Warmlet.
On then to Sweden, as we're going now forward with the third riders for each of the teams. Remember, Sweden come forward in 6th place with their score of 40 from round 1. Tilda Sandstedt with Java are their third rider and horse combination, and scored 16. Takes a nice tight line down to this triple bar to the double combination and gets the 6 nicely. Nice measured rhythmical approach. Gets pretty quick around some of these turns, but Tilda does well to get the balance back once they get to the fences. This is looking very quick, and that's certainly as a result of some of these turns. Oh, but what a shame. The pace has then just caused her to roll that back rail of the front rail, excuse me, of the final fence. 1 down for Sweden's Tilda Sandstedt and Java.
From this rider in the first round, first one.
Sweden then go on to a score of 44 in total across the 2 rounds. And we go back to Poland. 29 was their score from round 1. We certainly will be counting 4 from round 2. And Natalia Sidał is next up with first 1. Natalia picked up 12 in round 1. She's been riding this 14-year-old gelding since 2023 competitively. Was chosen for the Challenge Cup at the Nations Cup final last year. Really studies a lot for that upright off the rollback, and unfortunately that then makes them lose the impulsion a little bit for the penultimate fence, but good to the last and inside the time. The 20 is the combined score, of course, from round 1 and round 2, but it's 8 for Natalia in round 2 here. Gives a total score, taking the drop score into consideration, 14 Poland of 41. It keeps them slightly ahead of Sweden. Of course, we're on their 44. Some quite costly scores coming in for both of those nations. Celestino Rina then comes now for Switzerland with Boss quality. This combination picked up 12 in round 1. Unfortunately, the first fence goes down there for her as well. Long way around this course with an early fault, as she's had. But she had a couple of good top 10 placings in the under-25 classes in Basel in January. There's certainly a combination that have been jumping well together. This is her third appearance on the Nations Cup team. She jumped here at this very venue this time last year, fairly successfully. And just dropped one pole in the second round. We're on to 12 now for round 2 for Celestina. And the final fence comes down as well, so it's going to be 16 in round 2 in total. That gives 20 in round 2 for Switzerland and a total across both rounds of 40. Having said that, Switzerland still sit in 4th place out of our 6 teams. Sweden are in 6th with 44, Poland in 5th with 41 and Switzerland in 4th with 40. Germany's third rider then has quite a bit of pressure. This has to be a counting score, as we have already had the elimination with Esker Skierhold's horse still not liking the water jump. But it's the turn of Felicitas Judith with Petit Prince HD. This combination picked up 16 in round 1. And Germany came forward with 17 from the first round. Working very hard to get the balance back after the water jump, but manages it well. Oh, what a shame. I think she's just lacking a little bit of power through the double combination there. And again here, just holding the horse back a little bit. Sometimes needed, but on this occasion we needed a little bit more power, and then there again gets a little flat to the last. So it's 8 in round 2 for Felicitas Judith of Germany. That's going to put Germany onto a total team score of 29. Adding the 12 so far from round 2 to the 17 from round 1. That still has them in 3rd place. Back to Belgium then, to Evelien Putters. Evelien is a really experienced rider for the Belgian team in these Nations Cup classes. Also a 3-time European Championship rider, a 4-time medalist in the European Championships, including 2 team golds and an individual bronze. She's 59th in the under-25 rankings and really is a very experienced competitor with Nabo van het Migroveld Z. She picked up 8 in round 1. That demonstrates it has been a very tricky course. You know, for such an experienced combination to also pick up the 8. Belgium have the clear and the 8 vaulting round already and sit on 12 from round 1. Going pretty quickly down some of these lines and very swiftly to the final fence, but does get the clear round. That's the first clear of, the second clear of round 2 that we've had, and the second, in fact, for Team Belgium.
2 runners in the second round of Team Belgium are
clear. So Belgium keep on a provisional score of 12, hoping to drop the score of 8.
Netherlands voor Nederland, Yannick Jansen van Grunsven.
The Netherlands then came forward in the leading position, pole position from round 1 with a score of 8 across their 3 counting rider scores. And it's the turn of Yannick Jansen van Grunsven again with Lugenac de Pouplis. This quite wordy horse name. Yannick in this 3rd position for the Dutch team, sadly eliminated in round 1. Oh no, this is such a shame. It is a bit of a battle for the top spot here between Belgium and the Netherlands. And once again, the water jump is not looking very appealing for Yannick's horse. That's a real shame. A second refusal will incur a second elimination. 2 riders, in fact, have suffered the same fate now. 1 for Germany and 1 for the Netherlands, being eliminated in both rounds for an aversion to the water jump. That's really unfortunate. So, sadly, no counting score for Yannick Jansen van Grunsven. That means that the Netherlands will have to count at least 13, even if their final rider jumps clear. And that puts them on a total score of 21, which in practice means that it would be very unlikely that Belgium will not take this title. But we'll wait to see how this plays out. Robin Carey then is the final rider for Team Sweden with Eloge de la Tour. This combination dropped 2 poles in round 1. Sweden with 1 elimination. And they sit on the 44 across the 2 rounds. Oh, a little bit of a misstep at the final fence. Then for Robin Carey, picks up the 1 pole at the final jump. Means that they will count 12 from round 2. That adds to the 36 from round 1. And that gives them a total of 48.
Alexandra Kirsnowska.
Final rider then for Poland is Alexandra Kiesnowska with Iron Man. Alexandra is a 5-time European Championship rider, those coming across the children's, juniors and young rider categories. She was a bronze medalist in 2017 for the children's Polish team. and picked up 5 in round 1. Poland sitting on a minimum score of 41 at the moment. So she's looking to keep them in 5th place, ahead of Team Sweden. Just loses the rhythm around the turn there. Could be a bit costly for time. She's just got 6 seconds now to get home. Yeah, just about gets there actually. And nothing to add. Alexandra Kiesnowska then gets the first clear of the day for the Polish team. They drop that score of 22 and they add the 12 in round 2. That gives them their final score of 41. So they will finish in 5th place, or certainly no worse than 5th. Geraldine Straumann comes next for Switzerland with Long John Silver. This European Championship and World Championship ride of Juvreeling. Also a horse who's been to the World Cup finals, multiple Nations Cups as well, and has jumped at so many World Cup legs. Such a successful horse with Juvreeling. Now Geraldine Straumann has the opportunity to make the most of this experienced horse and learn from him. And I'm sure he'll really help her to climb the ranks as she continues her career. Of course, you can see Long John Silver's fantastic scope over these fences. He's used to jumping some somewhat larger fences, although these are 1.45 m in height. Geraldine is on the 4 from round 1. But lovely to see such a successful horse in action. And she's just a little over the time allowed, actually. So 1 time penalty for Geraldine Straumann gives the Swiss team a total of 41 across the 2 rounds. That's 21 from round 2. That puts them neck and neck with Poland. So we have 2 teams tying for 4th place at the moment. We now move into the teams who could finish on the podium, though. Germany will go first with Magnus Schmidt. Germany sit on 29, a score of 17 from round 1. Adding to the 12 from round 2, of course, that unfortunate elimination means that Magnus Schmidt's score will have to count. But he jumped clear in round 1. So we're clear, would keep them on a score of 29 and would seal them the 3rd placed spot. He has got a couple of fences in hand, so we have the 1 down there through the triple combination, but this performance will still clinch the 3rd place, the bronze medal spot, if you like. Very swiftly down to the double. Oh, and the B element comes down. So 2 down now for Magnus Schmidt. Wants to be a little bit careful here because we are starting to edge ever closer to the score of Switzerland and Poland. 1 fence left to go. And safely over that inside the time allowed. So another 8. They'll of course discount the elimination. Going to be a total of 20 in round 2 for Germany, and that puts them on 37 in total to seal 3rd place. Only 2 teams are left to complete. The next is Belgium. Leon Brutzart is their final rider, with Collion Tour Vidal. This pair jumped clear in round 1, and Belgium have 2 clears already in round 2. They have won 8 vaulting rounds, so the maximum they can finish on is 20, which would see them take the win. But Leon, I'm sure, will be looking to keep his team on as low a score as possible, just to make sure that they can clinch the win. It would be a second win of the day for Team Belgium, as they won in the children's category earlier this afternoon. Ooh, big jump at the water. But Leon's another experienced competitor, looking very comfortable around this course. Just not very straight through the double combination, but they have their own way of going, and it's working for them so far. It would be quite an impressive feat if he could get a double clear here. He's not far away, 1 fence left to go. And he comes home inside the time, so Leon Brutzart gives us the first and only double clear of the competition. We have one rider who could still do that, but the first so far goes to Leon Brutzart of Belgium, and there's nothing to add at all for the team, so they finish on 12, and that will seal them the win.
We hebben nog Nederland als laatste. Wat gaat er nog gebeuren? We staan op 12 voor België. Dat is de laatste voor Nederland. Met Noberlina van der Laarse Heide, Nikita Chung.
Final rider for the Netherlands is Nikita Chung. She rides Nobelina van der Laarse Heide Z. The Dutch team sit on a score of 21, 8 in round 1 and 13 so far in round 2. Once again, they have a rider eliminated, so anything further from Nikita will be added. Germany are the next closest team on 37, so she does have a good few fences in hand. She's just looking to confirm second place for the Dutch team. They finished 4th here last year in the Young Rider Nations Cup. Belgium were the winners, and they're going to be back-to-back winners. For our final 2 riders, showing us how it's done. It's another clear for Nikita Chung, and our final 2 riders show us 2 double clears, so nothing to add for Nikita at all. It's just the 13 from round 2 to give them a total of 21, and it puts them into second place. So it's back-to-back wins for Belgium in this pre-Philip Arts, the Young Rider Nations Cup. Second place goes to the Netherlands, and third will go to Germany. Fourth will be joint between Poland and Switzerland, and the 5th place goes to Sweden. The ring will just be prepared for the prize-giving ceremony. We'll be bringing the top 3 teams back for a mounted prize-giving, and we'll then ask them to step onto the podium. The top 3. So do stay with us for just the next few minutes while we bring you this prize-giving ceremony. But a win once again for Belgium, once again this afternoon, and a back-to-back win for Team Belgium. They're led by Philippe Lacus, and their team was made up of Mathieu Bordeaux with Oscar the Hommage, Aurelia Guisson with No Limit, Van Hetle Gieterhof Z, Evelyn Putters with Nabo Van Het Microveld Z and Leon Brutzart with Corleone Tor Vidal. They are your winning team, and we're just waiting for them to come into the ring for their prize giving. The Dutch team in second place were led by Vincent Vorm. Their riders were Fleur Holleman, Maaike Zwartjens, Yannick Janssen van Grunsven and Nikita Chung. And in third place, Germany, they were led by Peter Turwen, and their team was made up of Thora Stieper, Eske Scherhold, Felicitas Judith and Magnus Schmidt. Of course, if you've missed any of this competition, you can watch it all back on the FEI TV archive. All of these competitions will be available to you to watch at your leisure. But this is only the first leg of a series of this FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Series in 2024. This, of course, as I say, is the first leg. Second leg will take us to Compiègne in France in a couple of weeks' time. Then travel to the Czech Republic for leg 3 to Zdrujovice. And leg 4 then takes us to Austria, to Linz, Ebelsberg, followed by Drammen in Norway, Busto Arsizio in Italy, Zuidwald in the Netherlands, Hagen in Germany, and Dielsdorf Zurich in Switzerland. That will be the final leg of the series in August. There is, of course, a season finale. The finals are in Liège, in Belgium once again. And they will be held in September. So all of those competitions will be live on FEI TV and all available to watch with your subscription. As far as this week's action goes, of course, it does not stop this evening. There is plenty to bring you tomorrow as well. Plenty more competitions for up and down the categories for the children, the juniors, the ponies and the young riders. And in terms of the Nations Cups, we have the Pony and Junior Nations Cups to bring you tomorrow. Do look out on the FEI TV social channels for the timings of those. The ponies will go first in the Pre-Ashford Farm, followed by the juniors later on in the afternoon for the Pre-Horse Auction Belgium. Prize giving ceremony should be taking place in just a few moments' time. Where, of course, your top 3 will be crowned. Belgium, the Netherlands and Germany. They are the top 3 teams in this Pre-Philip Hart's Young Rider Nations Cup. Brilliant performances from those 3. The Netherlands led from round 1, but sadly another elimination caused them to add a few to finish in second. Belgium, however, climbed up from second place to take the win eventually. Germany very much staying as they were to clinch third place. A few dramatic moments in this competition, particularly when it came to the water jump. Some younger horses in the field perhaps hadn't seen a water jump before, and I have no doubt that those young riders will be taking their horses home to practice the water jump. That's certainly not a problem for the rest of our riders, and it's great to have a real mix of fences all the way around the course. We have some water trays earlier on in the children's category and some very technical lines here, set by that team led by Rafael Suarez of Great Britain, and of course assisted by Colin Quinn, Robert Hegedus, Miguel Parayon and Bart Hendricks. Here they come then, your winning team. winning team from Belgium of Mathieu Bourdouis, Aurélia Guisson, Evelyn Putters and Leon Brutsart. For the Netherlands then, that team easy to spot in their orange jackets made up of Fleur Holleman, Maaike Zwartjens, Yannick Jansen van Grunsven and Nikita Chung.
What a Nations Cup. Young
Finally,
your
German team in third place
youth competition
head into the arena. Thora Stieper, Eske Schaarhold, Felicitas, Judith and Magnus Schmidt.
Voor Young Riders, de prijs Philippaerts. 6 teams, 6 nations in total en 24 riders in total. We gaan over zo dadelijk tot het feliciteren het podium. Goud, zilver en brons. Maar eerst vragen we de grooms erbij.
Well, each of the teams will line up in front of the podium before they are asked to dismount and climb the podium to receive their prizes.
En starten, dat gaan we doen met 3 brons in het eindklassement. On the third place of this Young Riders Nations Cup. 37 points in total. Third place in the Nations Cup for Young Riders Team Germany. And to the third place with Thora Stieper, Eske Schaarhold and Felicitas.
Well, I will leave you to enjoy this prize giving, but I do hope that you've enjoyed every moment of these competitions today. It's been a pleasure to take you through them. And I look forward to taking you through the Pony and the Junior Nations Cups here from Centaur Park tomorrow. All live, of course, on FEI TV. Have a great evening, everybody.
Geef ze maar een applaus. Chef d'équipe Philippe Lacus voor Mathieu Bourdouis, Aurélia Guisson, Evelien Putters, Leon Brutsart, België. Wat een apotheose. Weer al België op 1. En dan gaan we heel even 90 graden omdraaien richting het scorebord. En de National Anthem. Please be upstanding for the National Anthem and the victory of Belgium. Young Riders Nations Cup Belgium. Belgische winst in de prijs Philippaerts, de Nations Cup voor Young Riders. Laurens Meijnaars, die komt erbij. Foreign judge of this International Nations Cup of Germany, Stefanie Muller, Mark Dussemos uit Nederland. Ook een van de juryleden hier tijdens de Nations Cup voor Young Riders. Meteen de beker, de trofee, het goud als het ware. Team België, zilver voor Nederland, brons voor Germany, Duitsland. What a beautiful Nations Cup final. Young Riders, powered by Philippaerts Wheelie Forces. De prijsuitreiking weer al keurig kunnen inkijken. Goud, zilver en brons. Ook Laurens Meijnaars namens Centaur Park komt erbij. Ronnie Schrijvers die zorgt dat alles in goede banen wordt begeleid. De holding prijsuitreiking. Geef ze maar nog een applausje. De winnaars, Team België. Mathieu Bourdouis, Aurélia Guisson, Evelien Putters en Leon Brutsart. En met chef d'équipe Philippe Lacus. Tweede Belgisch goud in de Nations Cup. Daarnet de Children, nu de Young Riders. On the second position, on de tweede plaats. Zilver voor Team Nederland. Fleur Holleman, Maaike Zwartjens, Yannick Jansen van Grunsven en Nikita Chung. En de bronze medal, Team Germany. Thora Stieper, Eske Schaarhold, Felicitas Judith, Magnus Schmidt, chef d'équipe Peter Teuwen. All these pictures already for the Nations Cup 2024 at Centaur Park. And of course the bubbles in the prize giving as usual. De flesjes champagne komen erbij voor schitterende eindlaureaten. Eindlaureaten van een mooi podium. 1, 2 en 3, goud, zilver, brons. Geef ze maar nog een applausje. België, Nederland en Duitsland. En na praten kunnen we zeker nog naar het wedstrijdgedeelte, want we krijgen straks nog de voorstelling van de paarden, de veilingpaarden voor zaterdag. En de Riders Party staat ook nog gepland boven in de bar hier van Centaur Park. België, Nederland en Duitsland. En dan gaan we terug alles en iedereen richting veilige oorden begeven voor een slotmoment, huldigingmoment bij de Nations Cup voor Young Riders. De prijs Filipaard Sweden Forces. We zijn zo goed of bijna aan het einde gekomen van het wedstrijdgedeelte, maar vergeet het niet, de veilingpaarden, de voorstelling komt er vanavond nog aan. We hebben nog een Riders Party bovenin hier op Centaur Park. Enjoy a beautiful presentation of our auction horses, and after the presentation we will have already a Riders Party in the VIP of Centaur Park, the main arena of Centaur Park. Dus het belooft toch allemaal veel wils hier vanavond, maar één iets hebben we nog in petto. In deze Nations Cup finale voor Young Riders hebben we nog enkel de ereronde. Only one thing to do. We only have the still lap of honor in the Young Riders Nations Cup. Powered by Filipaerts, Wheelie Forces. Handen op elkaar, want daar komen de winnaars. Met België, Mathieu Bordeaux, Aurélia Guizot, Evelien Putters, Leon.
For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, stand up, for the champions.
Schitterende eindlaureaten, goud, zilver, brons, dat is bekend, de Young Riders Nations Cup. Geniet nog van een gezellige avond, de voorstelling van de veilingpaarden van zaterdag komt eraan. Een Riders Party bovenin de bar, dat is allemaal nog gepland. Geniet nog van een heel gezellige avond. Enjoy a really beautiful evening. And tomorrow at 8:30 we are live on stage with only 2 Nations Cups. The Pony Nation Cup en de Juniors. Geniet nog van vanavond. En morgen dan hebben we nog 2 landenwedstrijden. Dan hebben we nog eentje voor ponies. En dan hebben we nog eentje voor junioren. Tot morgen of tot straks in de bar.